something that I've been noticing with a lot of my clients and a lot of people online is that they are getting very tired. You hear a lot of people saying, I'm exhausted, I need rest, or I'm just feeling anxious, I'm feeling crazy, I don't know what to do. And so I wanted to address that today because there's a time and a season for everything. Hey, Reese. There's a time and a season for everything, right? And I think that a lot of times we do things out of season and then we get frustrated because we don't yield the results that we want, right? For me, I learned about seasons over the last year. Around December timeframe, for me, I was learning about that in the winter season, that the winter season is a time for rest. And one thing that I will say is about the difference between the physical season and the seasons of your life is that they're pretty similar, but they may happen differently, right? So you may feel like you're going through a winter season right now. So you probably like, okay, coach, what does that look like? A winter season looks like completely exhausted. You're completely depleted. The thing ain't thinking. All the things that used to work is not working anymore. And you're just like, there's not enough hours in the day. I need more time for myself. Like, I don't know what to do. And it's really frustrating. And so a winter season is a time where you should be resting, where you should be only doing the things that are important and that have to get done. But I want to also encourage you that this is the perfect time to start delegating certain things. So you may need to delegate housework. You know, a lot of people say, oh, well, I can't afford that. Well, you can afford to go ahead and pay somebody, hey, Janelle, to pay somebody once a month to come and deep clean your home, right? If we stop going to Starbucks, if we stop eating out, you know, I know it's the things that we feel like we owe it to ourselves to do, but you owe yourself more of rest, right? So if you've been feeling like you are in a winter type of season, this is a time for you to go ahead and start delegating some things. This is the perfect time for you to find rest in different areas of your life. So instead of going hard in the gym, you may cut those 5 days down to 3 days, still keeping within the habit, but changing those exercises from weights to just straight cardio, doing something a little bit more relaxing. Because in your winter season, you should be using this time to replenish, to fill yourself back up, to go ahead and renew your mind, because this is the perfect time to be reading and gaining some knowledge and resting and things like that. So something I also want to do on this live that I forgot to mention is I want to give you a couple of journal prompts. So as soon as you hear your season, when you hear this journal prompt, I want you to write it down. Even if you have to come back on the replay, rewatch this video so that you can actually go through these journal prompts so that you can get the answer you need. So for the winter season, if you're saying, you know, it's frustrated, I'm exhausted, I want you to journal. Number one, what areas of my life can I delegate so I can get the rest that I need? What areas of my life can I delegate so I can get the rest that I need? That's right, sis. I'm so happy. Oh my goodness, I called you out. Lon said, I just did that. I reduced workouts to 3 days a week from 5. Well, that's for you, sis. So you could possibly be in your winter season. So what areas can you delegate in your life that would be helpful for you? Also, what are 3 ways I can practice intentional rest and self-care? What are 3 ways I can practice intentional rest and self-care? And the reason why you want to do that is because when you move into your spring season, the springtime is for you to begin to start planting seeds, to begin trying new things and start something new. So you want to be able to figure out, okay, what I need time to think about what those things are, right? And your winter season is that time for that. So next, I want to talk about if you are in the spring season, you may feel like you are super anxious and you're just like, I feel like I'm all over the place. It is stuff everywhere. I don't know what to do. And a lot of times, just like spring cleaning, it is the perfect time to declutter, to remove some things that is no longer working, because it's time to make room for things that are fresh and new, right? So you may need to declutter your spaces, to go ahead and give away them size 6 clothes you've been holding on to for 2 years. It is okay. That stuff, half this stuff probably out of style. Like, come on now. Go ahead and get rid of things that no longer serve you. Spring is the perfect time for that. And to plant seeds for something new, for newness. It's a time for creativity. It's a time for you to get expectant, right? To get excited, to plant new seeds everywhere. So this may be the perfect time for you to begin a new workout. This may be the perfect time for you to start painting or to start candle making or start that business that you have been waiting on to start, or to begin to look for new relationships that give you something that you need, so it may be time to find that brunch bestie. It may be time for you to be more intentional in your relationships. But in your springtime, it is the need. You feel like something needs to change and you need something new. So I want to suggest to you to begin to declutter different areas of your life. You may need to write a new budget. The old budget ain't budgeting no more. It's time to write a new one. The old workout and old regimen, you may have hit a plateau when you're working out. It's time to change some things, right? You may need to change the way you eat. You may need to do something creatively. This is the perfect time for that. So my journal prompts for you are, what are 3 new things that I can try to spark creativity, joy, and fun? What are 3 new things that I can try to spark creativity, joy, and fun? And these can also be things that are helpful to other people, right? We want to fill our cup too, but when we have an overflow in our life, we want that to help others, right? So this may be something that you need to do to not just help yourself, but spark that creativity, that joy, right? And then another one is, what new habits do I want to implement to make my life more enjoyable? What new habits do I want to implement to make my life more enjoyable? So that can look like, now that, especially in the summertime, if you are in your spring season, this is the perfect time to try outdoor activities. But if you are inside girly like me, this may be the time for you to start bowling again, or, doing something fun that you enjoy. This is the perfect time for that if you are in your spring season. Which takes us into our summer season. So if you are in your summer season, you may be feeling content. You may be feeling like, oh my goodness, it's like everything's in alignment. I feel happy, joy, and stuff like that. You may be feeling really good and you may be content, but this is not the time to stop that momentum. It is now the time to 2x those things that spark the joy, that spark creativity, that help you, and is also overflowing into the lives of others around you. It's time to 2x. So if you don't know what 2x means, it's time to double down on it. It's time to double time on that thing, right? So for you, it may be time for you are at 3 days a week working out. It's time to go to 5 days. You may have been only spending an hour a week in your relationships. It may be time to take that up a notch to 3 hours. You may have been having your self-care and you're like, my self-care routine is banging, but it may be time for you to add something extra into that so that you get more fulfillment and more joy from that. So this is your time to 2x your efforts on everything that you're doing. If you are in a content place, because I'm going to tell you, it get uncomfortable really quick, right? Summer don't seem to last that long. It's like just soon as you get comfortable, it's like summer is over. So if you are in your summer season, here are 2 journal prompts for you. Number 1 is, how can I 2x my current routine to get the growth that I want? Because that's a growing season, right? So this is the perfect time for growth. So what can you double down on? And then the second prompt is, what are 3 areas of my life I need to sow more into? Have you begin to get an abundance in your finances? Who can you help out? Would you like to donate to charity? Would you like to invest more in yourself? So this would be the perfect time for you to actually put the effort into investing in yourself. If you're like, okay, I've grown in this place, but there is another level that I want to go to, and I need a coach, or I need a therapist, or I need somebody, baby. I need somebody to help me. This is a time for you to invest in yourself so that you can double down on that energy that you have. You can double down on everything that you have going on so that you can grow it, right? And then finally, we are in the autumn or fall season. So this is harvest time, right? This is the time to enjoy the fruit of your labors, but to also prepare yourself for rest. I think it's really important that we take our time in this season, because a lot of times we'll accomplish something and then we'll be like, okay, on to the next thing. No, girl. I need you to bask in every effort that you have made. Bask in what you are receiving. I know that especially as women, especially as Black women, sometimes we have a hard time receiving things. We have a hard time just celebrating ourselves. So if you are in a fall season, I want to encourage you to celebrate yourself. Use this time to go ahead and thank God. Be thankful. You want to be so thankful and have a spirit of gratitude, because what that does is when you have gratitude, you attract more of what you need to yourself. So for those of you who have been like, I haven't been attracting the type of relationships that I want, but have you celebrated where you are? Have you celebrated your healing? Have you celebrated your growth? That will help you to attract what it is that you're looking for. And when you look attractive and you feel attractive, you attract attractive things, right? So this will be the perfect time to just celebrate the fruits of your labor. Pour more into yourself. Again, similar to the summer season, this may be a time for you to invest in yourself. It may be time for you to invest in coaching that you have been putting off. Because the great thing about coaching is that we take that 3 years that it would have took you to reach this level and condense it down to 1 year and under, depending on what it is that you're trying to do. So this is the perfect time for you to invest in yourself, right? And to also celebrate the fruits of your labor. So the journal prompts I have for you is, how can I enjoy what I currently have more? How can I enjoy what I currently have more? You want to have that spirit of gratitude, right? And then number 2 is 10 things I am grateful for. So this could be, if you have had healing in your body this year, celebrate that. You could have gotten married. Hell, you could have got divorced. Whatever the celebration is, celebrate. You may have graduated. You may have received a promotion. You may have went full time in your business this year. Whatever it is, you need to celebrate that and think about what it is that you need to be grateful for. And then I gave you a bonus one. Who can I share more with? Who are the people in your life that you need to share more with? And I'm not saying go out here and give yourself away. I am not all about enabling. I don't care for the superwoman syndrome and all that stuff like that, where you just go and save everybody. We ain't Captain Save-A-Ho around here. Excuse how to say it, but I'm from Cleveland. I just had to say it the way I know it. So we are not Captain Save everybody out here, but we do need to share what helped us get to where we're currently at. Who in your life can you help and you can be a blessing to while you're in this autumn season? So if you made it this far, I want to thank you. I hope that these tips were helpful. If you want to receive these journal prompts, I'm actually going to do a series of more prompts, but I'm also going to create something for you guys so that you actually have journal prompts, because you were probably like a lot of my clients that are like, sis, I hear you about journaling, but I don't know where to begin. So I'm going to come up with something for you guys. I'm going to add these prompts along with some others and make it available to you. So if you want to hear more about that, you want more of the journal prompts, go ahead and send me a DM and let me know so that I can add you to the list so that you can be in the know. And also, if you are ready to grow your relationships, I want you to join us this Friday for the date night experience. We will be networking. It is our girls' night in event where we network, we play games. And this month, I will be teaching on more self-love and intentional self-love, because a lot of times we hear these fluffy things about, oh, you need to just take a bath more often and all that. And honey, there's more to it than that. And we will be discussing that during our date night experience. So if you want to join us, go ahead and click the link in my bio, or you can just send me a DM that says date night and I will send you the link as well. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in the DM. I'm not that person that be like, don't DM me. You better DM me if you got a question. That's the only way you're going to get your answer. So I love you guys to life. I hope you have an awesome day, and you are so welcome, Janelle. I'm thankful that these tips were helpful for you, and I will talk to you soon. Love you guys to life. Bye.